But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return here to start. It's a fair catch, and they will set up shop at the 25. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
You look at this Steeler defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
First carry for Nick Chubb, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Thirty-eight-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Watson going to change the look here. On 2nd down, Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In motion left comes Brown. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Hall again on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Hall. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Breece Hall hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Cooper will go in motion. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you got the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Watson, off play action. Looking deep here for Dobbs. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. A big play that time for Cleveland. 53 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Steelers at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A toss left side for Hall. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there, as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 57 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Hall again. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Give to Hall running right. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Browns drive about to get started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Watson. They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted at 2nd down.
Oh, he'll have some regrets on that one. Right there for him, and he dropped it. Still, terrific anticipation to see the screen and get to a spot early enough to nearly pick that one off.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, check Mike, Mike 6, Mike 6. Easy. Let's get in there, Check.
On play action, Fields. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Room here to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Boswell's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Third and 3. Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
So the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Running left, it's Hall. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 112 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll buy some time right. It's caught at the 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. 47 yards as his guys are able to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And again, it's Chubb. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now Austin. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. It's Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Throwing on second and long. Fields under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a fourth down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Faking the give. Now Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. Throwing on third down, Watson. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Chase Young in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now a throw here to his running back. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Third and long, it's Watson. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now it's Watson. Got to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
Now Hall to start the drive. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Taking it about the 16. Down under 2 minutes to go. in this football game. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. This is 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Watson to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
Here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they taste EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Evans. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
They'll run on first down with Evans. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Out to his left. And got his man complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 34 yards there.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. Locates Hardman for another catch. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. When you look at this Bronco defense, they played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. This defense for the Broncos, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early. I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd down and 8. Here's Wilson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. Here's a handoff to Evans out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Wilson. Flushed out right. But I think the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone call.
Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. And the Chiefs are going to get him. They bring a man off the corner. That time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hardman to return. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
In motion, the tight end. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 3rd down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. Pacheco. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Well, field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Oh, they're changing this at the line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll run for it with Pacheco. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This a 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll run here with Evans. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes steps away. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. Fights loose. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, partner, that was a heck of a play right there because there is no chance that he was the primary receiver on that play. Definitely checked it down to him and just said, please, help us out, make a play. And he does and delivers a first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes it to Hardman. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 27. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A good rip by Pacheco. And you have to go back to 1990 with Johnny Johnson with the Cardinals to find a rookie 7th rounder with more rushing yards than he had last season. The 251st pick out of Rutgers took over the KC backfield with 830 yards in 2022.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 3rd down, it's Pacheco. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. Through the middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims 75 yards. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Pacheco gets it again on second down. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Flush to his right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field. And
he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's the corner blitz that got him. J.C. Jackson with a sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Mahomes. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Evans.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Broncos have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Boy, hard to catch your breath. Another big play looming. 4th and 3. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up in
choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.